There's a man living somewhere near you right now who looks completely broke. Same old car, same cheap clothes, same small house. But hidden behind that life is over $2 million. And the terrifying part, nobody knows. Not his friends, not his co-workers, not even some of his family. Because the moment people discover you have money, your life changes forever. Fake friends appear, family expectations grow, lifestyle explodes, and most people quietly destroy their future trying to look successful. The truly rich learned one dangerous secret early. Silence protects wealth. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the one mistake that quietly destroys almost everyone right before they become wealthy. First, let me show you what quietly rich actually looks like. It doesn't look like a Lamborghini. It doesn't look like a mansion. It looks completely ordinary on purpose. Wealth isn't loud. Real wealth survives in silence. New videos every 3 days on what school never taught you about money. The more money you have, the quieter you become about it. That's not coincidence, that's strategy. A study found something disturbing. People who publicly display wealth lose it faster. Not because they spend it, because of what happens around them. When people find out, requests start coming in. Family, friends, co-workers, everyone suddenly has a problem. Saying no destroys relationships, so most people just give until it's gone. This is called the wealth drain effect. It happens to lottery winners and regular people equally. 70% of lottery winners go broke within 5 years. Not bad luck, bad silence. They told people and everything changed after that. But there's something even deeper happening. Something psychological. When you tell someone your financial goal, your brain feels like you already achieved it. Psychologists call this social reality. The validation replaces the motivation to actually do it. You tell your friend you're saving $1,000 a month. They cheer, and suddenly you feel less urgency to actually do it. The rich figured this out early. They stopped announcing goals and just executed quietly. No posts, no updates, no bragging, just results. Most people around you will not be happy when you succeed, not because they're bad, because your success reminds them of their own inaction. So, if silence protects wealth, what exactly are you supposed to do with it? Let's talk about how quietly rich people actually live. It will surprise you. They drive normal cars not because they can't afford better, because they understand depreciation. An $80,000 car loses $20,000 in value the moment you drive off the lot. That's not luxury. That's a penalty. The quietly rich buy a 3-year-old car and invest the difference. In 10 years, that gap becomes $160,000. He didn't look rich. He became rich. There's a difference. Their houses are normal, maybe slightly above average. Never a mansion. A mansion signals your net worth to every contractor. A neighbor who knocks on your door and suddenly everyone charges you more. The plumber, the electrician, everyone. The wealth tax of looking wealthy is real, and it compounds over years. They never talk about investments at family gatherings or dinner tables. Someone hears you made money in stocks. They want tips. You give bad advice. Now it's your fault. Quietly rich people protect their peace by protecting their information. They spend differently than you'd expect. Very differently. They spend heavily on things that buy back time, almost nothing on things that buy status. A good mattress, a reliable accountant, direct flights, time and health. That's how the rich spend. Designer shoes to impress people, flashy watches, expensive dinners. That's how broke people spend. One group is buying assets, the other is buying opinions. Most people Spend $300 on shoes before $300 on a financial book. Because shoes are visible. Knowledge is not. That one habit repeated over decades is the entire difference. The quietly rich understand one thing deeply. The money works whether people see it or not. What happens inside your mind when you start building wealth quietly? Something shifts. Let me tell you about a man named Ronald Reed. Nobody knew what he had. Ronald was a janitor his entire life. He wore safety pins to hold his coat together. When he died in 2014, he left $8 million to a local library and hospital. Not his co-workers, not his neighbors, not even his closest friends knew. Ronald Reed is not an exception. He is the template. Invisible, consistent, unstoppable. Could you live like that? Most people couldn't. That's exactly why most people never get there. Wealth silence isn't just a strategy. It rewires your brain. When you stop seeking validation about money, you stop making emotional financial decisions. You stop buying things to impress. You stop investing based on tips from people who know nothing. You start making cold, logical decisions. That is when wealth actually builds. There's a term in psychology called internal locus of control. It means I decide what happens, not luck, not people. People with strong internal locus of control accumulate significantly more wealth over their lifetime because they don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They build regardless. Quietly rich people all share this. They are not ruled by what others think. Most people are completely trapped by social comparison. It controls every financial decision they make. They buy the car their co-worker has. They vacation where friends vacation. They define success by likes. And then they wonder why they're 45, exhausted, and have $8,000 in savings. The quiet rich opted out of that game entirely. They play a completely different game. Their scoreboard isn't followers or cars or square footage. It's net worth. Quietly tracked, never announced. The happiest wealthy people researchers found are those no one knows are wealthy. No pressure to maintain a lifestyle, no fake friends, no paranoia, just freedom. How do you actually start? What's the first move a normal person makes to begin building quietly? But first, there's one trap most people fall into right before they could have made it. It's called the almost rich trap. It destroys more financial futures than poverty ever did. Your income is growing. Your savings are building. Things are working. And then you tell someone, and everything shifts. Now, you feel pressure to match the image you projected. You upgrade everything. Just like that. The savings slow down, the investment stops, the momentum breaks. This is one of the most common financial patterns in America. Almost nobody talks about it. People earning $150,000 a year with zero net worth, not too little income, too much performance. Performance is expensive. Silence is free. The quietly rich understood this at 25. Most people understand it at 55, if at all. You don't need a high income to become quietly rich. Let me destroy that myth. Plenty of teachers and mechanics have seven-figure net worths. Plenty of doctors are completely broke. Income is not the variable. Behavior is now the actual rules. This is what you came here for. Rule 1, never announce a financial goal before you achieve it. Not to anyone. Let the results speak. Announcements are for people who need applause to stay motivated. Rule 2, automate everything. Savings, investments, bills, all of it. When money moves automatically, you never see it. You never miss it. You never spend it. This is how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth, not discipline. Automation. Rule 3. Your lifestyle must grow slower than your income. Always get a $10,000 raise. Your lifestyle should not change by $10,000. The rest goes to work for you. Most people do the opposite. Lifestyle jumps the moment income jumps. That's lifestyle inflation. Rule 4. Learn to be comfortable being underestimated. When people assume you're average, they don't ask for money. You move through life with less friction. The most dangerous position financially is being known as someone with money. Everyone has a plan for your money. The moment they know about it, Rule 5, invest in boring things consistently. Index funds, real estate, retirement accounts, not crypto tips, not your brother-in-law's business idea. Boring builds wealth. Exciting destroys it. Warren Buffett held some stocks for 40 years. That's not exciting. That's a H100 red billion. Rule 6. Protect your financial privacy like your password. Don't share your salary. Don't share your savings. Don't share your investment wins. The only people who need to know your finances, your accountant, and your spouse. That's it. Rule 7. Play a long game and never apologize for it. People will call you cheap, boring, antisocial. Let them. In 20 years, they'll call you lucky. Luck is just discipline. They didn't have patience to copy. Rule 8. Your environment matters more than your willpower. If everyone around you is spending recklessly, you will too eventually. Environment outlasts willpower. The quietly rich are deliberate about who they spend time with, not snobbishly, strategically. They find people who talk about building, not spending, who plan, not just react. You become the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. Choose carefully. 8 rules, all free, all available to you right now. Now, what does it actually feel like on the other side when you've built it quietly and nobody knows? Here's what nobody tells you. It feels nothing like you imagined. It doesn't feel flashy. It doesn't feel loud. It feels quiet. You wake up and the first thought isn't, how do I pay this bill? It's, what do I want to do today? That shift from scarcity to freedom, that is the actual goal, not the number in the account. You stop taking jobs you hate. You stop tolerating people who drain you. You stop pretending, because quiet money gives you the most powerful word in the English language. No. You can say no without fear to bad deals, bad people, things that don't serve you. That is what financial freedom actually is. Not yachts, not private jets. Just no. And nobody needs to know you have it. That's the whole point. The person standing next to you has no idea what your net worth is, and you like it that way. Your co-workers assume you're just like them. You're not, but they don't need to know. This is not arrogance. This is protection. Protection of everything you quietly built. The world rewards the loud. Social media, TV, culture, all of it says be seen, show them. But wealth rewards the quiet. Always has, always will. Every person who built real lasting wealth did it mostly in silence. You can start today, right now, with your very next decision. Don't post about it. Don't announce it. Don't ask for permission. Just start quietly, consistently, invisibly. And one day, someone will wonder how you did it. And you'll just smile because you'll know exactly how. You just won't tell them. That's the quietly rich way. If this made you think differently about money, subscribe. New videos every 3 days. Most people will watch this and do nothing. Don't be most people. The gap between knowing and doing, that's where broke lives. Wealth is built in decisions nobody sees every single day. Silence is a strategy. Use it. Now go be quietly unstoppable. One more thing before you go. The biggest mistake people make after learning all this, they share it. They tell everyone what they just learned and the cycle starts over. Keep this one for yourself. Let it work quietly, just like the money will. The person who acts on this today is already different from who they were 20 minutes ago. That person is you. If you choose it, wealth doesn't care about your age, your background, your past mistakes. It only cares about what you decide to do next. Make that decision quietly and never look back. The game was never about who looks the richest. It was always about who actually is. And now you know which game you're playing. Subscribe. If this channel is what you want more of, every 3 days, no fluff. Wealth is patient. Be patient with it. The quiet ones always win in the end. Not the loudest, not the flashiest, the most consistent. Consistency is invisible. And that's exactly why it works. You now know more about wealth than most people will learn in a lifetime. See you in the next one. Stay quiet. Stay consistent.